Welcome to Fix Repair Swiss. Today we will deal with an iPhone 6 that won't start. So let's begin. First we try to turn on the phone. No signs of life as we expected. Now let's try connecting the phone to the DC power supply. We have the voltage set to 4.5 volts. As we can see, we are very far from a normal boot. Since the phone does not show any signs of life, we continue. In order to show you how the normal boot process should look like on the DC power supply with an iPhone 6, we will connect a replacement phone for testing purposes only. After connecting the test phone, you can immediately see the normal boot process because the phone immediately lit up. This is how every start of an iPhone should look like on a DC power supply with slight deviations for other models. Alright, we demonstrated what a normal boot process should look like. We can proceed further with the repair of the non-functioning iPhone 6. We need to open the phone. First we remove the two pentalobe screws on the bottom of the phone. Then we will use a suction cup that we will attach to the display. We need to create a gap between the display and the metal frame. After disconnecting the display, we check whether the display works properly, so we connect it to our test phone. As we can see, the display works properly. I honestly didn't expect anything else, but you have to make sure. Now we need to test if the charging port flex working correctly. Unfortunately, the flex cable that I had in the shop was for the iPhone 6s and not for the iPhone 6. This happens when we don't label the replacement parts correctly. So now we have to improvise a bit. Since we know that the charging port flex works correctly on our test phone, we will use it. As we expected, the problem was the charging port flex. So I need to replace the old flex with new one. I personally like to use a magnetic pad on which I draw something like a map of where the screws are located. This is a very useful tool because there is nothing worse than having all your screws mixed up and not being able to find the right one. When I remove the speaker and the Taptic engine, I have direct access to the charging port flex. A few more screws and I can start removing the charging port flex. We have to be careful with the flex, we don't want to break or tear it. And that's done. Now we can insert a new flex and test the phone. As you can see, it's much easier to put everything back together when we have all the screws ready and we don't have to look for their right place. We will insert the speaker and we are almost done. Now we can connect the display. As we can see, the phone started charging, which is a good sign. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please leave us a like and start subscribing to our channel.